Alright, what's up, guys? We're three frogs on a log.
Three frogs on a log?
It's me after a long hiatus with Samuel, and we're joined today with Playboi Carti.
Yes.
See ya!
Yeah, Mr. Playboi, how have things been for you ever since the release? How's it going?
It's good, man. You know? I just be locked in. As I once said, my bitch so bad she can't even go outside. And this might surprise you, but
Yeah.
my bitch so bad she can't even post online.
Fuck. Why?
And
What's going on? Is she okay?
Well, you say you ride with me. Little bitch, just ride.
Damn.
I hope you can see the reflection into
Damn.
your soul with through my goggles.
Yeah, but we're joined today with our very good friend Quinn.
Yeah,
Hello.
Carti scholar and
Carti
expert.
scholar.
Yeah.
An expert. I honestly, thank you. Yeah, no. I specifically texted them. Oh, one, I was listening to the pod while driving back, and I almost slid off the road during the Rob Thomas episode, and I was terrified that I was going to die listening to two Dope Boys podcasts. And I the first thing I asked was like, "Are you guys doing the Carti episode?" And they were so kind to invite me on. Yeah.
Quinn's first thought, like post near death experience was, "Fuck, I need to talk about Playboi Carti."
I need to, dude.
Yeah.
It's like an addiction. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we do here on the Two Dope Boys show, just to give y'all a rundown, is
It's been a while.
It's been a while. In case y'all forgot,
Yeah.
we take 2 albums a week. One's a new release, and one is an older release from a random genre that we select from Rate Your Music genres. And we talk about them. We mull them over in our big soft bellies. We let them sit in there, and we let them take in all our stomach acids and all that juice, and we let the proteins digest and spread to the rest of our body like that. And then we tell you about it and how we feel about it. And that's just what we do here. That's how this thing goes.
Yeah, you'll notice too that it's weirdly bright out
Yeah.
for a Two Dope Boys episode today.
Yeah.
We're doing this at a earlier time of day, and it's currently about 85 degrees.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if we start sweating profusely,
You know why.
You know why.
And also, if you see me readjusting myself the entire show, it's because if I sit down, I look like this. And,
Quinn's
I don't-
ass immediately hits the
yeah,
concrete
I don't know if
floor.
anyone wants that. So, yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna jump right into it. I think
Let's
we're
do
just
it.
gonna start with what the people want.
What the people-
and that's
yeah.
the cardio.
It's
That's
the clickbait title. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we have here is the 2025 release from Atlanta rapper extraordinaire Playboi Carti called Music, or alternately known as I Am Music, released in 2025, March of this year. And Quinn, since you're the preeminent Playboi Carti scholar, let's give us a rundown.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I genuinely, I like to think that I'm like a well-adjusted person, but then if it comes to Carti, I know like a little more than I should because of my Twitter feed and other stuff. Are you raw dogging it?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So for I've been a fan of Carti since 2019. I like his stuff. I was a day one Whole Lotta Red defender. I listened to it Christmas night instead of spending time with my family.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, Whole Lotta
It
Red.
came out on Christmas and
It
you
came
listened
out-
Yeah, it came out on Christmas.
Well, it was like December 24th at midnight.
Okay.
So I stayed up. Funny thing is, I was fighting Ornstein and Smo while listening to it in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
And the first time I listened to
you beat him.
the first I did, it was through his power.
The quintessential Carti experience.
What a boss.
And then as I was listening to I Am Music, I was playing Elden Ring.
Mm.
So crazy how time has changed.
Hmm.
But yeah, so a little bit of history that Aiden and I
Oh,
have that he may not remember is on Wyatt's birthday last year, December ?
Yeah.
We Playboi Carti dropped
Oh, he did.
different days
He
while
did.
we were together, and we
Yeah.
were just talking about Carti. But yeah, he's been teasing this album for a long time. It has been about 4 to 5 years since his last drop. There's been a lot of talk about him just as an artist, like how big, while still like having the underground feel to him. He's influenced a ton of people for better or for worse, whether you consider him a good person or not.
I think it's pretty
for
cool.
abandoning his child. Yeah.
Not to step on your toes here, but I think it's
Please.
pretty definitively he's a bad person.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Let it be known that the doctrine of the Two Dope Boys podcast is that Playboi Carti, not a good person.
Hey, I'll agree with that. I'll also stand on that. I just didn't know how, what
I don't really
if
want...
you guys were upstanding moral characters or not.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we've taken some hard blind positions in the past.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
As we like to think of ourselves as a socially liberal, fiscally conservative podcast.
Yeah.
And that's just important to us.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the fiscally conservative.
Emphasis. Actually, we're just conservative.
Oh yeah, motion
all
is
the way.
fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, he finally released it. He did not release it at midnight. He released it at 3 a.m. because he was allegedly still in the studio making the songs, adding to the songs, and deciding his track list.
Yeah.
And boy, does it sound like it.
And I truly, yeah. And that kind of annoys me. It's like the same thing where, like, there's a video of Travis Scott, like, listening to Drake's verse on Sicko Mode for the first time whenever the album got released.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that one, just as a person, that would stress me out. And two, it's like, I want to know that, like, you've heard this for, like, an extended period of time.
Yeah.
And, like, you know how it's going to feel. You know how it's going to, like, age.
Well, yeah, he
like,
kept teasing it, and obviously he didn't really have anything for us.
Yeah.
It seems like it was rushed.
Mm-hmm. And, like, there's things where, like, he had a bunch of singles, and I liked the singles, that are on it. But, like, half the singles weren't on the initial album.
Yeah.
Such as the song 2024, because it is now 2025.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't put that on the album, which is crazy.
Which it did come out in the deluxe edition.
It did, which
but,
honestly is a gain, because, like, I just love that song.
Yeah, it's a good
personally. But no, it feels... My theory, before, like, we get into all of it, is I think he probably had about 45 minutes of a consistent album. In fact, the way I've been listening to this album is I made a list called Lean Cut of IM Music.
You've done a director's cut of it?
I did, because I was like, I have so many songs in here. Or I think I cut it down to, like at least 10 songs out. Because I was like, there are a lot of songs that I like, but I don't want to listen to a full album of this.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm all for the album experience. I love the album experience. And I love a mixtape. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
I love a mixtape. I like mixtape culture. But there's just too much fat on this album.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, I mean, it's an hour and 17 minutes long. The deluxe edition is about, like, 89 minutes long. And it feels so much longer than that.
My theory is just genuinely that he felt like he needed, like, for how long it had been, he needed to have a double album. He needed to feed his fans. And I respect that. I just wish it could have been, like, more consistent.
If he would have taken another year and worked on it and made it more consistent, I would have been happy.
I think I'm fine with that, but there's a lot of, especially with just, like, in general, how fast the music industry, like, goes, how fast, like, things are. Like, you just need to, like, I feel like if there was another year, people would have been like, we don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You know? Like, people are saying that about Frank Ocean now and shit. Cause, like,
that's not true, though. But if Frank Ocean dropped, like...
it would go crazy.
It would go
but,
crazy,
like,
yeah.
people are like...
I think people would still be down with it. I think, like, it would...
Yeah.
I think he could make... I think there are artists that can make it happen.
100%.
Even though I do think, like, the
Yeah.
like, churn of the music industry would absolutely, like, chew up most artists.
Oh, for sure.
Should we talk about the track list?
Yeah,
Because I have a lot of thoughts and opinions.
Yeah.
I'm that one white boy that don't play about Carti. But a lot of it will work better in context of talking about the tracks.
Real quick, I like just to offer my listening experience.
Oh yes,
to this,
sorry.
Just because I think this is important.
I think all of this is important.
Just to give some context, I'm not a huge Carti fan. I'd listened to Die Lit before, but that was at the request of Aiden. For whatever this project was before it was a podcast. And I liked it. I thought it was pretty good, but this is not really my genre or my sound. And so before I wanted to listen to this album, I thought I needed to listen to a whole lot of Red first. And so I decided to do them back to back while playing 2K. And I ended up listening to about 3 hours of Carti while playing 2K for about 3 hours. And it was one of the worst experiences of my life, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was the correct experience. I think that was how the album was meant to be listened to.
No.
No. No, I think playing 2K...
Hold on while we're... Oh,
shit.
While we're talking. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so I was playing 2K13 with my career creative player, Joey Jovanovic, the 7'2", 280-pound center who plays for the Charlotte Bobcats. And I think I had the experience Mr. Carti wanted me to have, but God, that was so much Carti in a row. So I just want to put that out there. That all my opinions on this album are couched in that experience of me sitting my ass down and listening while playing 2K13.
Yeah. My experience, as I kind of said, I woke up the next morning because I was like, I'm not waiting until 3 a.m. And I just saw your bug. Anyway, I listened to it the next morning while playing Elden Ring.
Nice,
And,
beautiful.
Yeah.
I
And
had a similar listening experience. I think I listened to it on an airplane though.
I guess
Actually,
that would help with
honestly,
the mastering issues.
honestly, a good or I listened to it like in the airport because I forget when we picked this album.
a while ago.
It was over break, I think.
Yeah.
So I think I
Yeah.
was at the airport listening to it. I might have been in Italy.
Oh, I might have been in Italy when I was listening to Carti over here.
Yeah.
I was eating some focaccia while I was listening
Yeah.
to Playboi Carti. Ooh.
yeah, fucking spaghetti.
Yeah.
But I will say,
rigatoni ass.
since you mentioned it,
Yeah.
the mastering issues and the mixing is abysmal.
Yeah, it's
like-
atrocious.
Like, and I know it's because he was like up till 3 a.m. apparently, like still adding tracks and like whatever. But like, like the snare rolls are what people talk about, and I love the idea of the snare rolls. Like that's some old Memphis shit. That like it reminds me of like Lil Ugly Mane. Like Lil Ugly Mane does that. They're too loud.
Yeah.
There's as I was just shown the experience in Twin Trim how loud the snare is.
Yeah. If you turn it up like to like a party or club volume,
Yeah.
the snare roll will
hurt your ears.
It will give you shell shock.
Yeah.
The experience I kept having is I forget what song's right before Crank. But I love Crank, but Crank is so significantly louder.
He likes Crank.
Maybe, yeah.
I have money.
I love Crank in it. Yeah. And then like Fine Shit is like so quiet in comparison to some of the others. Like
I think the experience of listening to this album is similar to like when they took the D-Day veterans into this theater to watch Saving Private Ryan and they like had like heart attacks while seeing the D-Day scene. I think there's moments of this album that evoke that for people.
I think the snares could give veterans PTSD.
I think it genuinely could.
Like not even the gunshots on Opium Baby. That doesn't have shit
No,
on
the snare rolls are louder.
They are.
They're more upsetting than the gunshot.
It's crazy to me. Sorry. Like no, I'm gonna save Opium Baby discussion until we get to the track list. But let's start with
dive into it. So I'm just gonna Aiden, what are your thoughts? What's your kind of general gist of this record?
I think like after listening to it, especially the first time, I was pretty happy with it. Like I was happy with myself. I didn't listen to 3 hours of Carti, so that made me like extra happy with myself. There were definitely some tracks like Crush that like made me like
Should I gonna let me crush?
let me crush. That like kind of hurt me. That one like there's some experiments on this album that just do not land.
Yeah. I gotta pull up the track list just so I can remind myself because there's 30 songs.
There's 30 songs.
Like
and I think I think my analysis is very similar to Quinn's, where it's like if you pick out the songs that you like, it's very fun. Like there's some great cuts. But as an album experience, it's really like I have my first time listening to it all the way through since release day was when I listened to it the other day with Samuel.
Yeah.
While he was playing 2K, and like I don't think I'm gonna listen to the whole album again.
No. That's my biggest gripe with it. And as I said, it's like I love a mixtape, but it's not even like a well done mixtape. Like there are like I said this, like someone pointed this out to me on Twitter. But Pop Out has like an orchestral outro to it.
Yeah, it's
that
sick.
leads to nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's sick. And what it's supposed to do is lead to the beginning of Evil Jordan. But
is it
even
really?
if you do those together, they don't mix. Like
Yeah,
it
they
doesn't
don't
work. And same with like Evil Jordan's ending. Like it's awkward going into Mojo Jojo. Like those are both two good songs, but like it doesn't. And also, what the fuck was he doing putting the TikTok Evil Jordan intro? Like where it's like the popular and then the and then the loud ass
popular.
The only thing that genuinely the loud ass gunshot on the final is so funny. And like Evil Jordan, the actual song is like kind of quiet. Like the mastering sucks. And like
the whole song's different. I'm pretty sure from the single release.
Okay, I actually don't think it is.
Really?
And as as a guy who had gone back and watched the music video
As the
tons of times,
preeminent Playboi
Hood by Air is different. He added like a little.
Yeah.
bit.
No, because I remember really liking Evil Jordan when it came out as a single, and then I listened to it on the album and I didn't like it.
I think the intro is like a minute of what was initially a 2-minute song. So it's 3 minutes now. That's too much. Evil Jordan, sorry, like going ahead to track listing.
Yeah. Just rip through it.
Yeah, sorry. So here's my opinion. I'll come back to Evil Jordan.
Yeah.
I think it's way too long. He put in too many filler tracks because he felt like he needed to add. Like, what the fuck is that Young Thug song? Like, we need all the vibes. That song sucks.
Yeah.
Like the.
We need all the vibes. Young Thug, Ty Dolla $ign.
I mean,
Like
he just
Crush,
he just put that on there.
Philly, like there's a few that literally Philly and Crush are like Travis Scott songs that aren't fully realized.
And like Travis is on a lot of the songs. This one, he's like a net negative on every song he's on.
I think
he's giving so little effort to this project.
I think most of the features are not good.
Yeah,
which sucks. Because, like, Die Lit, the features are fantastic.
Yeah.
Whole Lotta Red, I really like Future, and, like...
They're hit or miss.
They're very hit or miss.
And at least...
But there are at least hits in it.
At least Go to the Moon, like, Kanye's verse is interesting. Like,
it is sure interesting.
Like, it's like...
something.
But, like, that's what I'm saying, where it's like, at least Kendrick's ad-libs on Mojo Jojo. Like, I don't think Mojo Jojo's a perfect song. But Kendrick's ad-libs are, like, interesting. And it's not Travis Scott verse.
Can we talk about Kendrick?
Yeah, can we do that? Can we do a little Kendrick side?
What was he doing on this album?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love Kendrick. I love Carti.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be
odd.
They shouldn't be mixed together.
They fucked up whatever his singing was on Backdoor.
Yeah.
Like I like Backdoor. But Backdoor is weird. Like it's got like an Evil Gianni type beat to it.
Yeah.
But it's not the Evil Gianni song that him and Rocky had together. It's like strange. Kendrick's verse is like him singing with Gene Ahiko. Am I pronouncing her last name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like he sounds weird.
So I was saying this when we were listening to it. It's like if you detached Kendrick's verse from all the songs, it's like a normal Kendrick verse that we've been getting.
Yeah.
And it sounds great. Like detached from Carti, it sounds great, but once you put Carti on the track with him,
it sounds odd.
They're too different of artists.
Yeah.
What do you think about Good Credit?
I don't remember it. I'm gonna be
really.
I don't remember much of this album.
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest.
Here's the thing. Good Credit isn't my favorite song on the album, but it's a really solid. Like it's a Cardo Got Wings production. Carti is like flowing on it. I think what saves
I like Good Credit
so much of this album is Carti's voice, and by that I mean like in every album he's got like a new no matter how consistent it is. He's got a new style to himself and a new way that he presents himself. And in this one, it's like him flowing, like barely ad-libs for a lot of it. Like it's just him like spitting.
Yeah.
And I really like that on paper. I don't think it always works.
Yeah.
But he's fucking rapping on this one. Like and I think if it was like he was doing it and like it was bad, I'd be like, damn. But I think he's like really spitting, or at least he's putting like the effort into it with like his inflections and other shit. And he has this sort of intangible thing where like he's like it still feels like it like comes off as like almost effortless. Like he's rapping about the same shit, but like he's still like flowing like a motherfucker.
And I think that's what ruined a lot of the features because people can't match Carti.
No, like he's such a different vibe.
And even if it's like a bad verse from Carti, the features are still worse because they just can't quite match. Like no one can kind of like it's been proven that no one can kind of do Carti like Carti does Carti.
No one can. Like Kendrick on Good Credit, I think his verse is good.
Is that where he's like Carti, my evil twin?
Yeah.
God, that shit sucked.
Kids on my body and that's on my kids. Yeah, like it feels like he's over rapping compared to Carti.
Yeah.
Like because Carti's flowing on it and in like a way that is like crazy and effortless, and he's doing his deep voice. And so when Kendrick comes in doing like basically the normal Kendrick thing, it seems weird. Like I don't know.
I think it's also odd. This is not really about like the music, but it is very weird in Kendrick's career to be doing this right after like doing the whole Drake's a pedophile thing, which landed really well, and then also be like, now I'm just gonna go drop 3 verses on the guy who has like video released of him like choking his pregnant girlfriend.
See, this is the other thing. It's
weird.
I think there's also the possibility that so much of it is like kind of old, like because
what, the allegations or like
no,
the
sorry.
Music,
the music,
because
there's a Uzi verse. It's on Jumpin', which is like a nothing track to me.
Yeah,
but Uzi's going pink tape, and I'm like, Pink Tape came out years ago.
2 years, 3 years,
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't even know. So I'm like, okay, so this is fucking old.
Yeah,
Kendrick's doing like the same kind of ad libs he was doing on Range Brothers on Mojo Jojo to me. So I'm like, all of this stuff could be old, and then all that stuff's happened since then, and he just was kind of like, okay, well, I guess it'll come out.
Right.
But I do like the rapping, and overall, Carti's voice, like the pitches he's hitting, there were some songs where I was like, is this Future? But it was Carti. Like
you asked that a couple times.
I think I did. Yeah. Hold on, keep going.
Yeah. So that to me, I was like, and I there are some the light.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's funny.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. No, dude, we got like lighting changes. This is cinematic.
Hey, it's still going.
Okay. Dude, I was kind of terrified we've been talking for 20 minutes and it wasn't
Have we really?
recording.
Oh, fuck, shit.
Or at least the recording.
It's still recording.
Anyway.
We're good. This is what it's all about. This is the good radio.
There are like long albums by like rappers that I love certain rappers, but like if they've got like I love Maxo Cream to death. He's got like his flow. And if you have a long album where the only thing he's doing is his flow, I'm gonna get old. Yeah. So and Carti, like the way that like no one can match Carti. The way he like just approaches or raps on stuff, especially contrasted with like Travis Scott, he's so unique that it makes it for me. Like I'll still listen to the whole thing, or like I won't. I'll listen to the 20 songs that I love in a heartbeat. Because he's like doing stuff that's so varied and interesting. Yeah. And like the production, for the most part, I feel like is still really interesting a lot of the time. Like I was saying, my favorite song is Opium Baby, and that song is like, all over the place and wild, and like Swamp Izzo's spamming like his tags and gunshots, but it's sick, and like that makes it sick to me. Like, or like I said, Crank is awesome. I love Crank.
What's everyone's favorite track?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk real quick about how I feel about this album because you're good.
Not to dominate the conversation.
No, this is why not why we brought.
This is why we get.
This is why you're here. You're the Carti scholar. Like if I had just been talking about this album, I would have had 3 minutes of things to say about it. Yeah. Because this is just not my realm, and for me, this album, it's Pop Out and everything else. I think Pop Out is incredible, and nothing else comes. Everything else is dull slop to me. Like I wish he was doing more shit like Pop Out, and everything else is just a fucking boring mess. And in my opinion, like Whole Lot Red is also a disaster, but it's a fun disaster. This one is a repetitive, boring disaster to me, and I just wish he was doing more Pop Out. As a non-Carti fan,
that's really interesting because one Pop Out is like a standout. Yeah, it's like it's crazy, but
it's a stunner. It's like a
Pop
really
Out
good track.
Made me so excited.
Yeah,
I think Pop Out being the intro made the rest of the album better because it made me excited.
It makes it worse for me because of that exact reason. Because it's like, oh shit, we're going now.
I was also listening to it right after release, so I was excited for it.
Yeah.
But I think Pop Out is probably my favorite. I really like Charge Dem Hoes a Fee. Except that one is kind of just a Future song.
That's what I'm saying. It's like because the second half of the song is so good when the beat ramps up.
My favorite part is Future's verse.
Really?
Yeah, I love Future's verse. He just does the classic Future thing, and I was like, yeah, it's awesome.
That's fair. I also think Pop Out is such a strong song. Like I know we've just said it like a million times, but it's true. And then to immediately go into Crush and K-pop.
Shawty don't let me crush.
It sucks so bad.
Yeah, that to me, it's like dog shit. That's where I think the track listing, like for me, is just what really fucks it up. Because like, Die Lit has a perfect track
Yeah, yeah.
list. I
And it's
feel
not too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I think Whole Lotta Red also has the same issue, like to a lesser degree because well, one, it's got like 10 less songs, but two, it's like there's a lot of Whole Lotta Red that are like the crazy rage shit that like defined like the next 2 years of like hip hop, like underground, and then there's like the songs which are like kind of like that, but he's like still like kind of doing the die-lit thing, like Sky. Like Sky's a good song, but I wouldn't say it's as crazy as like Stop Breathing, you know, or like New Tank.
Yeah.
And so I feel like with this, he's got some of those that are like this crazy, like almost futuristic sound. Like whenever Evil Jordan's like, if I like disregard the intro to Evil Jordan is him like spitting on like an alarm clock beat, and it's awesome. Like that might be my favorite verse he's ever done. Like because it's like solid. It's like disrespect the file I put in Carti. Like it's awesome. Also, can we talk about Swamp? Sorry, I sidetrack myself so much because I have so much to talk about. But like, I love Swamp Izzo so much.
I didn't like Swamp Izzo. I think the first time I listened to the album, and his tags have just grown on me since.
Yeah. See that to me, it was like it was like, you know, when people were talking about DJ Drama and Call Me If You Get Lost, and people hated it, and then like I did the first time.
I honestly always thought that shit was
thought
sick.
it was cool.
It's
that one's also different because he's doing like a young lady just fed me French vanilla ice cream. We all got our toes out.
It's the people who like love Tyler for. It's like the white people who don't listen to hip hop and are like they like the Flower Boy because they're like it's like he's singing and like he's not just talking about drugs. It's like shut the fuck up. Or like Igor, and I love Igor to death, but Call Me If You Get Lost like is so good, and it proves to me that like Tyler can really rap.
Yeah,
it was the same thing as like honestly with Carti for me, where I'm like it proved to me that Carti can't rap because he was the ad libs guy, which is like, and he's got great ass ad libs like. And like Sia is good.
He's got great ass ad.
He's got, and you go all the way. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is like people didn't like DJ Drama, but then when you like, and I didn't like the first time, but then when I was re-listening, I was like, this is so fun, and it doesn't take up as much time as like you think. Oh my god.
Keep going.
Yeah. But like DJ Drama
it's hard to hold
such
these skinny jeans make it hard.
But DJ Drama brings such energy to the project, like that it's so fun. To me, and like,
I think the DJ Drama one works better than the Swamp. I like the Swamp Izzo stuff.
Oh, sorry, Swamp Izzo is what I meant.
Yeah, but I think that's a fun point of comparison because I think the DJ Drama one feels like a nice like, I mean, Call Me If You Get Lost is just such a cohesive vision. And the way it like flows in between the tracks works really well. It works kind of like the radio snippets and songs for the deaf by Queens of the Stone Age, something like that. And this one, it's kind of just like a fun bit thrown in there. But for an album with no cohesion, it's not very memorable to me.
I agree with that to an extent. Like I think it's definitely not like DJ Drama is like on Call Me If You Get Lost is them like it's like written out. It like builds like the narrative of like a. I wouldn't call like Call Me If You Get Lost like a concept album, but like the idea of it being like vacations and shit like that.
Yeah, this one gives it that mixtape feel, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's going for, and he probably like so much of style has been lost throughout like this, but like the what I would say is like shit like Hood by Air and
my favorite beat on the album, I'll say it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like it's good. I
put
think
him in the cold, put him in the tundra.
My favorite beat, or like, and like Olympian has like that really like interesting like futuristic, but then like you get like Radar, which is just a Metro Boomin beat.
I love that beat.
See, I think it's fine. I just don't think it's totally consistent.
He didn't like that one, but it just sounds like a 2012 Chief Keef beat, and I'm such a sucker for that.
That one was cheesy.
No, it's like it's fun, but I don't think it like. I think my least favorite song is Philly with Travis Scott because it feels like a rejected Astroworld thing that like never made it past like the initial the car while on the train.
Good audio, good audio.
I couldn't tell you what that song sounds
That's
like.
what I'm saying. I couldn't tell you what Walk or Overly sounds like that. Those are just two like bullshit things.
Like Wheezy's great.
Like Wheezy is probably my. See, that's where it's like to me it's conflicting because like I love like Wheezy and I like Radar, but like they sound so different than like fucking Opium Baby or Cocaine Nose or Munyon or like something like that. Like it's so all over the place.
None of those words are in the Bible.
Yeah,
It's like, Carti, what are you doing?
Nose is in the
Will
Bible.
not see the light of heaven.
Jesus said munyon.
And
it's
Jesus
like-
said bought a crib
Yeah.
for my mom off that mumbling shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So the way I'm thinking is like I like the songs. I don't like the album.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like I'll stick to my lean cut that I made of it.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
it.
Everybody listen to the Quinn cut of the
Yeah.
album. That's
Yeah, I
where
think
it's
I
at.
called it music lean cut on Spotify.
Alright.
Yeah.
Do you want to rate it? I'm gonna rate it.
I could
Yeah.
rate it. Yeah.
Aiden, what you rocking with?
I'm somewhere between a 2.5 and a 3, leaning 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, kind of give us an overarching. Give us a like brief summary.
I thought like I'm right there with Quinn. Like the songs there's a bunch of songs I go back to. I don't go back to the album. It's
Yeah.
like as simple as that for me.
All right.
I think it's dare I say the weakest Carti album.
I
Yeah.
think it's easily the weakest Carti
Yeah.
album.
That's
Some of the best Carti songs. The weakest Carti album.
I'm kind of in that 2.5 range because like the songs I love. Like I'll listen to Pop Out till I'm like 80. You know?
Yeah.
Like but there's just so much fat and there's so little thought into the entire overarching thing that I can't feel good about myself, like comparing it to like some of his other stuff or like the way. So my final thoughts are she wanna suck my bitch. I only let that bitch suck my nuts.
Amen.
As
Amen.
Lil- also that song is just Lil Uzi Vert on it. Why is he on that? Thank you.
Somebody needed to say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a thumbs down. I think this one kind of sucks. I personally, as like the person on the podcast that just wouldn't consider themselves a Carti fan, I think this album's a bit of a disaster, and I'm putting my I can't talk and clap. I can't think like that.
Yeah.
But as someone
Me
who's
during
not,
sex, am I right?
Boom.
fuck yeah, brother.
Oh, that was good.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. God. Fuck. Yeah.
Dude, we're so opium right now.
We're so opium. We're so K-pop right now.
Yeah, I'm so Ken Carson.
I'm so
Destroy
Rather
Lonely.
Lie featuring The
More,
Weeknd.
more like Destroy Lone or Destroy Women, I mean.
Amen. Yeah.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, and then he released 2 albums that back to back that are fucking the same song like 20 times. We need to Here's for all underground like all like rappers with under 500.
All the rappers that live underground.
Yeah.
No,
all
but
the
all-
mole, the mole
all what I'm
rappers.
gonna call underground hip hop.
All the
and,
voles,
and
all
if you
the
know what I'm
rodents.
talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Put less songs in your fucking albums.
Yeah.
I like Osama-san. I don't want to listen to 20 Osama-san songs that aren't like
The same.
that are all 2 minutes long and are the same. The beats consistent all the way through. I like OK as a producer. I don't need to hear 20 OK songs back to back.
Everybody could learn a lot from Fear Dorian. Like 30
Fear Dorian is so good.
He's incredible. He's one of my favorite rappers right now. But 30 minutes in and out. 2-minute songs,
Yeah.
bangers.
I love Fear Dorian. I love Quinn. I love like all of that group. Like
Yeah.
Quinn is like one of my favorite artists, which is like both a good and bad thing.
Feminism, yeah.
That it's like I share a name with her, but like Quinn just dropped an EP that I listened to the other
Oh,
day.
good
4
EP.
songs, good EP. Like stop giving me 20 to 30 song like albums if you're not gonna do great. Like I don't think there's a rap album with 30 songs that could be like that good because I'm just gonna get fatigued. Like so that's my truth.
All right. Do we want to move on to our next
Please.
album?
Yeah,
Let
let's
us
move
do
on to our next album. And our next album is going to be our randomly selected album. And our random genre was Gothic Country. And this album does not fit that shit at all. But it was under the label.
That's
so we
right. I
picked
was
it.
gonna ask what the genre
Dude,
was.
it was
because that's
Gothic
not
Country.
that.
And I was advocating for doing an Angels of Light album, which is a Swan side project. And Aiden vetoed me. And now
I
we
didn't veto you.
You did-
You asked.
I
He
was
asked
down
me.
with both.
He
I was
gave
down
me
with
2
both.
of them. He said, "Which one would you rather listen to?" I said, "This one that we listened to."
Yeah, and honestly, I am glad because I'm
He's
gonna.
putting a narrative out about it.
I'm setting the tone. But yeah, the album we ended up on was like The Exorcist, but more breakdancing by Murder by Death from 2002.
I wrote notes about this because I think I really like this album.
Yeah, I like this album.
I liked it a lot too.
Real quick,
I'm gonna go back to it.
Yeah, I might. We'll see. We'll talk about it. But Murder by Death is an indie rock, kind of post rock, country, Midwest emo. They do a lot. Project out of Bloomington, Indiana. They're a 6-piece band.
Shit, really?
Yeah, Bloomington, Indiana.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know so many people from there.
Oh, hell yeah.
I live in southern Indiana for those at home.
Yeah.
Come to my house.
Yeah, his address is 432 Rosewood Drive.
You're right.
Yep.
Put it on screen.
Put it on screen. This is Quinn's address.
You better have a...
Yeah. Come kill Quinn at this
Bring
address.
anthrax.
Got beef? Come kill Aiden about it. Kill Aiden? Come kill Sam about it.
Yeah. Kill me about it?
Yeah.
Kill me about it. So they're a 6-piece indie rock band from Bloomington, Indiana, and they have a cello, and that's all I wrote about it. But they're cool, and this is their debut album from 2002.
I wanted to start out by highlighting all of the, I feel like, instruments that they use, or at least that they highlighted, that I feel like other bands with kind of similar sound don't.
Yeah,
like
I believe, Sarah Balliet is their cellist, and she plays on all their albums, I think, from what I could tell in their Wikipedia.
Because like the cello, I was gonna say they highlight their like piano, not like keys, but like straight up piano on quite a few of the songs. Like I think I said, like Those Who Left, I really noticed it, and like I'm Afraid of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and I mean, granted, I play piano, so I love shit like that. But like also there's
I play piano.
Aiden, are you my brother? But I just like
Kiss.
Hey, that's incestuous.
Yeah, freak.
Freaky.
What are you? The Royal Tenenbaums? But like
anyway. They were fucking, weren't they?
Yeah, they're like it's a stepsister, but it's still weird. Like I watched that movie and I was like,
God, that movie rocks.
And I was like,
shout out the Habsburgs.
Yeah, and Wes Anderson. And
I'll say it.
They'll say it. They were cooking.
I'll say it.
Owen Wilson and Wes Anderson wrote that movie, and I have to wonder which one of them
was
wrote
fucking
the
their
incest.
Yeah.
Storyline. Anyway,
probably Wes.
Probably Wes. He's a freak. It's got Gene Hackman. And it's got Elliott Smith in there.
That's true.
There's the scene where Jason Schwartzman's like stares in the mirror, is like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Have you seen
the Needle in the Hay starts playing?
Have you seen that tweet where it's like, I crossed up Elliott Smith so bad that he went on to write all those sad songs?
Yeah. Okay, but I sorry, locking back in. I loved all the instrumentation. And I feel like to me, like this goes back into like my like willingness and love to have like an almost mixtape like song where like, and I think we said this is their debut.
This is their
correct?
debut, yeah.
Like they're throwing a lot of shit at the wall.
Yeah.
And for me personally, like all of it's like I loved a lot of that shit.
Okay.
Like what's the second song? Oh,
second song is I'm Afraid of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Yes. Yeah. The distortion on the drums in that song.
Oh, that one was sick. You were telling
I was showing you
Aiden listened to this album first, and his first thing he told me about it was like, you got to hear the drums on the second track. It's insane.
So good. Yeah. But I would love to hear what you guys think. Overall.
Yeah. I absolutely loved it. I think it's kind of a mess, and similar to the Carti album as an album experience, it's not like the best album experience, but I will say is that it's not that long. It's like 45 minutes.
43 minutes. Yeah.
And it's also, each song is very unique, so that it's very fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Like I had a good time listening to it.
Yeah. That's kind of my opinion on it. I think I'm warm on this one. I'm not in love with this album. I like the mess. It's a big mess. This it sounds like a debut mess.
Yeah.
But not everything sticks for me. Like I think the first 4 tracks, I think tracks 2 and 3. I can't read my
What's the one with the dragon?
Oh yeah, You Are the Last Dragon, You Possess the Power of the Glow. Also great song names. I think they were cooking.
It reminds me of like Midwest emo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big.
Like, what's that? Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh,
it reminds me of the Brave Little Abacus.
Yeah, like it reminds me of like camping in Alaska. Like I have this on the top of my head because I was listening to them, but like I just want to kickflip into the sunset, like and then another song is just called Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this album pulls from so many different sources. There's alt country stuff. There's post rock. There's Midwest emo.
That's awesome.
And it doesn't always mesh the best. But it is kind of exciting to hear them try this many things.
100%.
And it very much feels like a debut album.
And for me, what I think saves a lot of that is like how much the songs like it's almost like prog rock. Not like actually, but like there's a lot of like the songs change.
There's some post rockiness to it.
And it's
for sure.
That's awesome. And like so that made it so that the songs never felt like they dragged for me, which significantly helped my personal album experience. But
what was your favorite track on this one?
Mine is probably Flamenco's Fucking Easy.
Yeah,
like I liked quite a few, but that one to me is like the one where I can be like I could listen to that song forever.
Yeah. For me, it had to be I'm gonna get the title wrong because it's long, but it's like
Wait, I got you. I have you down for
Holy Lord, Shawshank Redemption is such a good movie.
Yeah, the 9th track on the album. Great track.
Because I saw the title and I was like, yeah, I definitely agree with that. And then the song was also really good.
Yeah.
And it's also like 6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
I watched Shawshank Redemption for the first time like 3 weeks ago on spring break.
And you're a film major?
Dude, there's I made a list.
This guy's a film major.
I made a list recently.
Kill him.
Called movies I need to lock in and actually watch because I've seen a lot of movies, but I haven't seen Hereditary, Midsommar, or Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
those are my three that I'm like.
I haven't seen Hereditary, but I've seen Midsommar and Lord of the Rings.
What's crazy is I've seen Boyz Afraid, but I've not seen Hereditary or Midsommar.
You gotta catch up on your Ari Aster.
I know.
Yeah. You gotta get with the times.
It's
a new age.
Really? Okay. We'll lock in. Yeah.
My favorite track was Those Who Left. It was the 8th track, and it was the post rock track. And while I was lukewarm on most of the album, this track was a stunner. This track I think is a fantastic post rock track, and it does kind of make me. Well, it more not wish this album was different, but it makes me. Oh shit! God, no, not again. No.
Swamp Izzo.
It makes me curious about the rest of their discography to see if they just did a post-rock album, because they're real good at it. I think they should. All right, what was everybody's rating for this one?
I'm like this bad boy. Comparing this with Carti now, I'm dropping Carti to a 2.5. This one's gonna be a 3.5.
Okay, yeah. And final thoughts you want to give us, like rating and final summary?
Y'all should listen to it, or like at least find a song title on here that sounds cool.
Check it out,
and listen to it. You might really like it.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. I think I'm gonna give this a 4, like a high 4, because I really liked it. I agree with that sentiment. I say give it a shot, like, because it's got so many influences. I'm sure you'll find some part of it that you'll just like.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Totally agree.
Yeah, this one's a clean thumbs up for me. It drags. I'm not I don't think I'm as big of a fan of it as y'all are, just because I feel like I like better stuff in this genre. I feel like it reminds me of an album like other big all over the place albums like Brave Little Abacus's debut.
Yeah.
That kind of like I just think stuff like that is better. But it is fun. It's a mess and it's cool, and it is really fun to hear these musicians just go for it.
I think what helps me is like I like dipped my toes into some stuff like this.
That Jeep almost just hit that car.
That was crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually a Bronco.
Fuck you, pal.
Hey,
same
editor,
same shit.
animate that situation happening.
Yeah. Do that.
But
yeah, Jarvis.
Jarvis,
show me his dick.
I've dipped my toes into some of the genres of this, so I feel like this
Jarvis,
was almost like a good.
Show me his toes.
This was a good like starting point for me, and it
Jarvis,
had
order me a pocket pussy.
Can I speak? Oh, what is this?
No.
But
Flip the mic more.
no, but it was. It was cool to come into this and like see different things. So I'm like, oh, I want to listen to more like post rock. I want to listen to more like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's also fun that it's such a dated album, and I don't mean that in a negative connotation. It sounds so 2002.
Yeah.
Like very much like what was going on in indie rock at the time with like Arcade Fire getting really big and like all these big operatic, huge pieces. Like, what if we threw 8 people on stage and made the most operatic indie rock? Like that, you can hear that bleeding into this sound, and I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's very of a time.
I like that. Yeah.
Now on to our favorite segment.
Wait, we're gonna do my proposed draft segment, the through line segment.
Oh yeah.
So this is the segment. This is a proposed idea. Tell us if you like it or not. But we're gonna try and draw a connection between the 2 albums and create a cohesive theme for why you should listen to these 2 albums back to
What's
back.
the theme of the day?
What's the theme of the day?
Theme of the day.
Yeah.
I think
Moral
like
of the
almost
story.
like
Moral of the story. Yeah.
I want to say like mixtape. I want to say maybe inconsistent,
Mm-hmm.
but like there's like power in that. There's like fun and variety. Like as I was saying, it's like there's some albums that I'd listen
Dare
to.
to be different.
Yeah, there's some albums where it's like if it's got such like a consistent sound that it doesn't vary, sometimes I get a little bored.
Yeah.
But with these, you can say a lot of things about the Carti album,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not boring, even if it's just the snare roll keeping you on your toes.
Yeah.
And like with this song, this album, they try so many things that like you gotta like respect it.
Yeah.
Like even if it doesn't always work, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the theme of the day is definitely like
Dare to be different.
dare to be different. And I think for my like defining thread, I think that Murder by Death does the Dare to be different better than Carti
Yeah.
because it's just more exciting in Dare to be different. And also, not Dare to be different, in Murder by Death. I think they just do that better. But yeah, Quinn summed it up well.
I
That
agree.
was my
beautifully said.
theme because I've been listening to a lot of Tim Robinson lately.
Mm.
Is
Yeah.
Sloppy Steaks.
Mm.
Because they're both a big old sloppy steak
Yeah.
of
Big rare piece of meat with water all over
with water
it.
all over it. And if
Yeah.
you're feeling like a bad boy, you might want to go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slop that shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slop it up.
Slop it up and slop down.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Wonderful.
We want to go on to
Sure.
Jack's tracks?
Jack's track.
Let's do it.
All right,
I
Jack's
also,
tracks is...
I'm sorry, you can cut this out. Can
We're
can
not
we do
cutting
a
it
can we
out.
do a speed run of Jack's track? Not that
what
I
time is
don't
it?
fuck with you guys. It's like it's just almost
Oh,
6:30,
yeah.
so I gotta head out and
All right, we're
real
going
quick,
semi
go,
soon.
go,
Yeah,
go.
my bad.
Real quick, pull up the first song. My first track is CLOUT STRIFE by Rook. Rook is a trans producer and electronic musician. She also makes comics
All right, go.
and...
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah, that whips.
That
Yeah.
song is so cool.
And there's so much like progression in it almost.
Oh yeah, it's so noisy. Ada Rook, this is off her new album, Unkillable Angel, which hopefully we'll get to review later this year because the whole thing is great. She does
Yeah.
so much weird stuff, but CLOUT STRIFE specifically has like elements of like hardcore and it's just like loud noise. It's got some
Yeah.
gex to it.
Mhm.
It's very
It reminded me kind of like Machine Girl
Yeah.
and Fentanyl and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of fentanyl, yeah.
That was great.
Yes, this next one is my pick. We both love this song,
Mhm.
and I really just wanted to show it to Quinn.
Yeah.
It's by Milwaukee extraordinaire, Milwaukee artist AyoLii.
AyoLii, please come on the pod.
Please
we
come on
love
the
we
pod.
love you so much.
Oh yeah, because he's got that collab album with Fear Dorian and Full
Yeah,
of
the
Perks.
Great Album.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
That's the album where he says, I love bitches, Susan B. Anthony.
Yes,
AyoLii for
that
women's
shit's
rights.
so funny.
It's so cool.
so good.
But this song's called Shmackin Town.
Please. Wow. He might be the best rapper of all time.
He's
Yeah.
so good.
No, he's fun. I love, and one, like jerk hip hop
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
so good. Like I love,
And this is like a Milwaukee
yes,
Milwaukee specific sound. The claps, that's a
it's
Milwaukee.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, and I feel like we were talking about Fear Dorian. Fear
Mhm.
Dorian's been doing a lot of that shit,
Yeah.
and like I love the new vibe of like just sampling any shit and
Yeah.
putting like the Milwaukee or like some jerk inspired drums to it. Oh, I
Yeah.
can put mine.
Also,
Um,
just as an artist, AyoLii brings so much energy to the mic. It's so infectious.
He doesn't have to say anything
Yeah.
serious. It's just so fun to listen to.
It's just the kind of song that will make you smile no matter what. It's just infectious. He's brilliant.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
So for my pick, I chose British rapper YT, and that might scare you, but he's a part of the new wave that I really like. Along with like Jim Legacy, that is like straying away from like the drill sound and going more towards the almost like jerk like type movement.
Isn't Lancey Foux from the
Yes,
UK
he's
too?
also in it. I've never said Lancey Foux' name, so I was trying to avoid saying that. But it's Black and Tan
Why,
with
is he
YT and
problematic?
Lancey Foux. No, I just had never said Foux out loud. Or I didn't know if it was like Foux or something else.
Oh,
so,
because it has an X in it.
Yeah. But no, Lancey Foux is also great. So yeah, this is Black and Tan by YT and Lancey Foux.
Let's rip it.
Boom. I love
Yeah.
that.
That was
I mean,
Black and Tan by YT.
I love that kind of sound.
It's fun. No, dude, the like power I felt when in the middle of that Aiden liked the song and added it to his playlist. I was like, I did it.
That's the
happens.
greatest
It
feeling.
happens.
No, he's got a great sound and like he just dropped his debut album and it's like full of like songs
Hell yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we
It's-
were just talking about Fake Mink, and he's kind of doing a similar thing.
Yeah, like there's a great new like underground scene I feel like in British hip hop that are like they're just doing really interesting stuff.
First, it was like Fresh Boy swag.
yeah.
Now, and I feel like it's gotten a little bit more refined than that.
Mhm.
And now they're doing
Because I feel like there
this.
it used to be it would just be like hide it with like distortion
Yeah.
or like other stuff like to me my first experience was like people like Xavier So Bass.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Xavier So Bass, but like there's a few of your stuff where you're like, huh, this isn't like the most well mixed or
Yeah.
like, you know, like that sort of thing. Not that like that super matters unless it's like the snare rolls destroy my eardrums in the Carti song. But I feel like this is such like a cool polish while still has that like really compressed like underground like sound to it with like fun. I don't know. You would never and in the new Skrillex album, there's a song that he just puts like jerk drums in.
Nice.
And it's awesome. It's so good. I can do the 30-song Skrillex album because there's like each song is like literally a minute long.
Oh yeah.
But
That's trending towards power violence album territory.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah. What are we feeling, boys?
Keep making music. I am the music. Swamp Izzo.
Wow.
Yeah. Put them on the news or something. I'm feeling like losing some. A lot of these bitches been hated on me because I got all the money. I don't even know what his last word he says there.
I thought he said buttons.
He's got all the buttons.
Yeah.
I think that could be it.
It could be it. I don't know.
You know.
See, that's the amazing thing about art.
What did he say? Tell us in the comments down below.
Yeah.
And while you're there, hit that like button and come all
Oh.
over the comments.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Put it all over the screen, dog.
Yeah.
Like I want.
You're so close.
You're so
tell.
close. Yeah, you're close.
You
Keep it in
started.
this rhythm.
You started when Aiden put his legs up.
Yeah.
You can come now.
You can. Quinn has allowed you to
The
come.
the episode is over now. You
Yeah.
can.
You can come.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can finish stroking your penis
And come boldly.
and pussy to completion.
Oh yeah, like they said in Follies.
Mm.
If you're gonna come boldly.
Yeah.
2 dope boys, 3 dope boys.
Signing
on the porch. Signing off.
Boom.